Alright, so this is the beginning of that green tomato soup we got. Charred roasted green tomato, or charred green tomato soup. So we got some garlic and some olive oil going. And we're about to add some white onion to it. Alright, now we got the white onion in there with the garlic. And we're just going to let it do what it do. Yeah? This is for the charred green tomato soup. This is the beginning of it. See y'all back in a little bit. Okay, so we got our onions and our garlic in there. See that brown on the bottom of the pan? You want that. That's flavor right there. We're going to hit it with the acid from the green tomatoes, and it's going to bring all that up. Alright, so like I said, we added the tomatoes, you see? And all that flavor on the bottom came up. The acid from the tomatoes brought all that flavor up, and so now it's in the ingredients. So now when we make it into soup, it'll be that much more flavorful. And so with your tomatoes, you kind of want to get all the seeds out of them, and you want to core them. So that's why my tomatoes look like that. It's not really, I didn't even do a rough chop to them. I just take the seeds out, sliced them up a little bit just to get the seeds out, and then I added them to the pot. So this is a soup that we're gonna puree at the end. So the tomatoes it's not necessary to cut them up. But you do want to break them down just so they're easier to handle. So we're gonna let that go for a little bit. Alright, so now we have some vegetable stock in there with the tomatoes, the onion, and the garlic. We're going to let that come to a boil. And then we'll come back to it, okay? Alright, so now I have added the fresh basil and thyme. We're going to let that sit in there for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. We're just going to let it do what it do, y'all. Let that basil take a bath in there. All them seasonings come together. I'm gonna let it go for about another 5 to 10 minutes. Probably more like 10.